If you're going to start reading Puritans, I think the book I actually suggest is John Flavel's The Mystery of Providence. And I recommend that one for several reasons. One is because providence is a big thing in Scripture, and particularly young Christians need to learn about God's providence. We live in a world today where I notice, because I've written a book on guidance, that people are really interested in guidance. But the Puritans didn't write books on guidance. They wrote books on providence. And when you begin to understand the providence of God, many questions about guidance fit into place. But if you just read a book on guidance, the providence of God doesn't necessarily fit into place unless the author really focuses on how important it is. And there's another reason for recommending Flavel, and that is that he was a working pastor all of his life. And so his works breathe a spirit of ordinary life and ordinary Christians. Third reason is because, unlike many Puritans, John Flavel was a storyteller, and he illustrated his preaching by telling narratives. And there are, in The Mystery of Providence, some extraordinarily gripping narratives, almost blood-curdling in places. And in that sense, I think it might be easier for a 21st century Christian who had never read any of the Puritans to be able to walk over the bridge to literature from another century, especially by the works of John Flavel. Another author I think I would recommend is Thomas Watson, who was a minister here in the City of London. Very learned man, full of little Latin quotations, always translated into English in modern versions. But he must have been an absolutely fantastic minister to have. Very clear, very straightforward, very practical, very God-centered, very Christ-exalting. So John Flavel, Mystery of Providence, Thomas Watson, perhaps The Body of Divinity, be a good place to start. But I think of all of the Puritans, plus, obviously, John Bunyan's Pilgrim's Progress, which I find many Christians have not read, but as soon as they begin to read it, they discover it really is it's a transcript of their Christian lives as well as John Bunyan's. So that would be three to begin with.